What's going on, everybody? It's Amster X back with another chapter review. Today we have Twilight Blade Chapter 9, and I'm just so excited off the bat. This is one of my favorite series out, and it delivered another banger of a chapter. I think there's something lost with these new chapters, new series where they just feel the need to just give it all to you. And I don't know if that's just the way this new generation of media is. Like, you watch an episode and there's no such thing as a slow burn anymore. Like, I feel like everything used to be a slow burn. And this gives me that vibe back where we get another chapter and it's still fun. It's still goofy. And that's why I said in my last review, it gives me early One Piece vibes. And to me, this chapter is a confirmation that this is early One Piece vibes. And if the author has the guts to go the route that I think it will go, this series is really gonna be special. I think this really has the potential to be one of the best series out. And I read a lot of series, and there's obviously, you see I do a lot of reviews. I've read pretty much everything out. And there's, I don't do reviews on some things because I might read a gag manga or something like that, and then, you can't really do a review on that. I try to do reviews on series where there's actual discussion, happening. And to me, this chapter solidified. I think I'm a little upset that we got this reveal that he is a Gojo, and that's why you see the clickbaity title. Because you know why? I said in the last review, I was I'm loving the fact that they made him not some just OP guy, and then all for us to get him to be the OP guy, and it's but what's so funny? I like the series so much that I'm not even mad at it. It's because that trope has been done and honestly dusted. I just feel that overpowered mentor, it has run its course. Even if we go back to Goku. That dude died several times. That was the thing. It was everybody needs to become strong because I can die. If I can die, that means we're done for. And I feel that element is lost. That this everyone has to be so strong. And I know people are getting tired of the Luffy gimmick losing and eating food, but it's at least this main character is losing. We need some of that. And I hope this series goes that route. Now, let's finally get into the review. I know it's 3 minutes in, but, you got to just talk about a bunch of different aspects and different traits of new series to compare to what's going on and what's happening in the media world. So right off the rip, we get a new character introduced. And right away, we're whoa, Grandmaster? I was whoa. You know what I mean? I was okay, all right. And then we see that Yukina's returning for duty. So she was on a mission doing what? We know it's, involving something with the hand, or there could have been something else. So we see that there's another person thrown into this fray here. So now we have a trio, right? And I love instantly that they kind of already are bonding. But here we got, Yojin, Yamato's yeah, he didn't want me to join either, but he views you as a son, man, and he doesn't want you to, go into danger. And the chapter is titled Father's Son. So as we could see later in the chapter, we get another reveal, but he's oh, father, I didn't think about that. So he's yeah, of course he wants you to do this, but you're not, he doesn't care about me as much as he cares about you, is basically what he was saying. And then we get straight into the little, he said, you can treat me as your big brother. Remember I said in the last review how there could be this world where, brother versus brother, if Yojin dies. But now we have another character thrown into this fray where Yukina is also hey guys, I was the apprentice first. I'm his right hand man. Can you guys stop thinking you're all that, and I love that. And then she's like, also at the same time, she's so funny. She's like, "Oh, I was anxious. I wasn't gonna get along with Kari." So she's also like, kind of like, "Oh, I want to be friends with you guys." And look, you see as they're close here that they're already, friendly, with each other. So it's like we got this trio sibling, rivalry esque could be brewing later. And then we move on to these two guys bumping into Grandmaster Odaki, and then we're like, and then he's like, he's 8th realm, the highest rank there is. And remember, I go in the last chapter, I was like, oh, there's 8 realms, the number 1 realm is going to be the highest. No, it turns out it's the opposite rank. You know how and that's another thing, I always laugh about that in certain games, it's like, like it would be like Diamond 1 to Diamond 5, right? And some games, it's like Diamond 5's the highest. And in other games, it's like Diamond 1's the highest. In this damn manga, it's 8th realm is the highest. So I'm like, oh man. So that's when I got a little bummer moment where I was like, I thought he wasn't the strongest, and it turns out he is. And then we get to the next panel, and it's like, he's the great exorcist of the Enma realm. So I don't even know. So now we got, maybe there's other realms. So not only is there 8 realms, maybe there's something else thrown into this mix. And then ultimately, I love this panel. This was actually really funny to me, because we could see exactly how, like, father like son. He goes, Archmaster, I'm 32. You know that, right? And it's like, this, and I think if you read this wrong, you would think this is like there's about to be some beef brewing. But no, it's like the dad put out his favorite sweets, his favorite foods, and he's like, I'm 32, like I can't be eating this, I can't be doing this now, you don't gotta treat me like a little kid. And then he says, you're still my son, regardless of blood, I don't see it matters. And then his expression means he's tired of his dad's antics, right? That doesn't mean like there's gonna be an argument or anything like that's gonna happen or anything like that. It just means he's tired of his dad, which is the same as like Hikari's, like how he always gets some hamburger steak and things like that. So I'm excited for the reveal, because I remember in this Archmaster in the last chapter, I thought he was pissed at him. I thought there was some beef brewing, but it turns out it's actually his, almost also adopted father. So we got double adopted father storylines. Listen, this is it's a little messy, but I'm still liking the direction the series is going, and I think this is the best new series out. You guys got to let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I think this series is really, we got Mad, we got Chojin, we got One Piece. Obviously, I have to catch up on Hunter so I can start doing reviews. I'm trying to think what else is out that's like amazing. I started reading Hunter Peak. I have the Hunter Peak review out tomorrow. Like I said, there's not many series, so we're kind of in a drought with a really good series right now. So I'm hoping this one can get thrown into the fray and survive, and we get a new something substantial finally coming, because I thought Alien Headbutt was one. I thought Underdoctor was going to go somewhere, and it's not going anywhere. It seems like it wants to be like a Sakamoto Days 2, but not really. I don't really know. And Sakamoto Days is also terrible. It just needs to end already, or I would have been doing reviews on that. So, I don't know. I don't want to keep rambling, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this series. What do you guys think about its direction? Let me know. All right, Hamster X out.